Sei in diretta.
Sono in diretta. Ciao da casa, hi. I don't know if there is someone yet, but for sure my mother will be see tomorrow. She's going to replay it tomorrow as usual. So welcome to Creative Mornings. I'm Maria Chiara. This is Fiori Artificiali, our beautiful, one of our beautiful locations. So today we have a very special speaker, but I'm talking about that later because first, thank you. I want to talk a bit about the theme of today. The theme of February is Layer. It's been chosen by Lausanne chapter and illustrated by our illustrator Catherine. What's layers? It's basically something you find in Photoshop. It's also something you find in yourself and in your life. We have very different layers. I'm pretty sure that everyone here has at least 10 layers in their life. Someone is partly the job that they do, someone is the family that they have, or the family they feel they belong to, the place where you live, the color you like, the kind of people you like, the kind of people you don't like, the kind of book you read, what you remember, what you don't remember, what you choose not to remember anymore. These are all layers, so we are exploring these in our creative life every day, and we are going to explore these also today. I don't know what happened here, but it should be it should be Adobe logo here.
It's a missing layer.
It's a missing layer, thank you. Okay, that's the spirit. Perfect. You want the next coffee. So yes, Adobe is our new international sponsor, so I invite you to explore their product if you don't know yet. Them, and especially for this month, Creative Mornings Worldwide is sponsored by Adobe Express. Of course, thanks to Fiori Artificiali in the person of Lino and gone. They are going to host us also for June, if I'm correct. Well,
I forgot, but maybe.
See, they have reached, come on. Maybe. So, and basically these two events are in a way similar because we will have two members of our community, long-time members of the community, like Sasha here, and you will discover who is in June. But first, I want to involve everyone in this topic because we are looking for a food sponsor. So if you know nice bars or pastries shops, or if you want to make something yourself, we are looking for new sponsor, especially for food. So I wanted to ask if someone is here for the first time, not very much for Creative Mornings. So thank you for being here. I hope you will come back. I know that there are people that have been here for the first time last time and they came back. So thank you for being here. The Creative Morning community is made up from 254 chapters in the world. So in this week, probably 200 of cities are thinking about layers. As we do, maybe in a different way, probably, for sure. We are thinking about layers with Sasha, who's an artist and a designer, sorry. And she's also a long-time member of Creative Mornings community, so I'm super proud and super happy of having you presenting today. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Sasha. I'm an artist and also I'm a former years educator. And my life has been shaped by changes and movements. And first I experimented with materials, then I also changed countries, different experiences. And my life never felt like a straight line with clear choices and outcomes that I expected. Often that's something that we feel that we have to have, at least I do, sure. And that's why the theme of this month is very close to my heart, layers, because after I started sort of applying this concept to what I'm doing, I kind of started feeling much better about it. And today I would like to propose you an activity, I don't know how to call it, a game, an activity, where I will mix 3 ingredients about which I would like to talk a bit first. And so first one is stories and storytelling, because in core, like human beings in stories. And stories is something that's turning events into like narratives, and it helps us understand how we see the world. It helps us make sense of what is happening around us. And it's very important, not just the story itself, but the way we tell it. From changing accents, from changing, I don't know, the shades of how the story goes, of the flows. We also, on the neurological level, change the way we think about it. It changes our perception, and as a result, it changes the outcome. It changes our future behavior based on this. This is one ingredient in our pot. Number 2 is, as a visual person and as an artist, the thing that fascinates me even more is that apart from just hearing stories and telling stories, we also see stories. And this is how we come to our second ingredient, which is metaphors. And we come also to, I want to reference the book that really changed my way of thinking about it, which is The Women Run the Wolves by Clarissa Piccola Estes. I hope I pronounced her name correctly. I apologize if I don't. She says that myths, like tales, they often help us to recognize emotion before we know we feel it, because because it communicates on a deeper level, so it goes deeper than words. That's why art can be so powerful. That's why sometimes when you hear the music, you can start crying, or that's why, I don't know, Mark Rothko's paintings are so, it moves something inside you when you look at it, and it's abstract, and it's not even one word spoken. So that's ingredient number 2 we're going to use today. And one more that I would like to add here is play. And this is something that I learned when I worked at school with children. And the play is not just the way to pass the time. It removes the fear of failure, moving us into very different position, into very different perception of what's happening around us. And I would like to give you an example, like from years ago. For the artwork, I needed to produce a big amount of really exactly the same ceramic pieces to later arrange them and everything. And it was about like 2 weeks full-time factory-like work. And as a person with quite weak willpower, I needed to do something, because on the day 2, I was already drained completely. It was so boring. But then I started making sort of little challenges for myself. So if I do more than 10 pieces in under 15 minutes, I can change the pattern. So I started laying them out in exactly the same way, and only if I managed to do them like quick enough, I would change this position. And all of a sudden, I started racing against myself. I started like thinking about the patterns, what I can do. I started seeing things differently, and I didn't notice how this day was over. And the even more exciting bit was that I actually did way more than any other days on that day, and I wanted to come back next day because I had ideas of what I can experiment with, how it can go, how it can make it like more dynamic, fast, quick. And the very important thing here is that for the side observer, I did it in the studio, nothing has changed. I was still standing doing exactly the same work. But for me, it was a totally different story. I felt very different about the whole experience. And so yeah, that's what I propose for you today. What I propose for you today. It's like if we, you have this maps, and I suggest we try to take it, like look at it as a game, where we're going to explore the role of storytelling, the power of metaphor, and again, it's a game. So you might just have some fun, but maybe it will give you something more than that. So I yeah. We have pens. If you don't have, well, you can take one in each year. But I thought-
Yeah, we will give you, so you can say it's.
I'm sorry about that. Another thing that I will be giving you is those stickers, because we will be using images on the screen. You can make notes and you can just write down things, it's up to you. But you can also just, all the images that you see here, you can find out here. You open those from the back, you take one and you stick to your map if you need it. It's up to you, I'll pass them each with the section that we go through. But what I propose today is to try to think about your personal, like your professional self. But today we will try to imagine that we're making it into a cartoon, let's say. So your professional self is someone. So we start here. And you look at those images and you choose which one you think is the one that represents you the most. So if you would need to put it in a cartoon story, who would you pick? If you're struggling to choose one, you can choose more, but I really recommend that you assign them some roles. Like I can give you an example with like mine, for example, I would choose that guy, this one, for example, because he's transforming, she's transforming. But I also probably have this one all the time that I have to consider. This is the fear. This is the one who constantly whispering in my ears like, "We're not gonna make it." So I have to. I can't just ignore this guy because it's getting worse. I tried. My team is made of those two, for example. You pick yours, and again, as I said, you assign the roles. This is sort of the. If you know which one you're taking, you can take the picture. And one more thing that I wanted to say, and I forgot, is one is that if you at the end will be willing to share your story, I'm super happy, but this is for you. It's not, it doesn't work like this. You pick this and I take this issue and I know thinking. It's about how you interpret it for yourself. So there's absolutely like there's no need to share. It's something that you do for yourself and you do it the way you want to do it. And the second thing I wanted to ask, but I forgot, like, is there any person here who doesn't want to be like filmed or photographed? No.
It's too late.
So now we start.
Now, of course, if someone wants to be erased by social networks and whatever, like, let us know. And we will try.
Yeah.
We will put like the
Yeah, we put the sticker. Yeah, happy face with the children. Okay. So I don't know. Go for the next one, or so now. Now that we have a hero, let's imagine what is the destination. So what is the your professional self? Where is going to thrive? What kind of environment is the one that this creature is going to be? Where is he? Where is he or she going? What is this space? How does it look like? How does it feel? And maybe you even can think about, I don't know, is it windy there? Is it like full of people and crowded? Is it quiet and calm? What is this? And again, I advise you to go with the intuition and just pick the image that feels relevant, and you can think about why you picked this one later. This is the one with the spaces. And I will speak out.
What is the image in the left? It's just
That's
because
because it's nothing. You mean this one?
no, the colorful one,
They all quite abstract. So it is
like pyramids or something like that. It's because from here it's difficult to see the images.
okay. So this one is like a very lots of tall buildings, like city or whatever, but they're colorful, and you look at it from the water.
From the water.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
I know. Why it scares me.
We are focused.
Yes, no, I know.
Which one will you pick?
Here,
Where is that?
well, I'm the colorful water thing, for sure. That's, yeah, that's what I want to be. But I don't see right now how it goes through this water.
But is it where you want to be or where you feel you are?
No, it's a journey, so it's where you want to be. It's where you're
I don't
going.
want to be there.
I've changed
my
You're leaving and I'm going.
I changed my mind. So is it you who have the journeys? Those are the journeys or the person?
These are the environments.
These are the environments. Okay, I need to follow my own.
Shall we move to the next one, or we stay here for some time more? You guide me, because this always depends on the program.
Maybe we can wait a moment because the first one is.
Yeah, sure. No, absolutely, I just wanted to.
We can see the song.
I wanted to put some background music, but I fear that it will be our singing. For the rights, so.
Is there any underneath that?
Because, well, the next one is sort of more free, where you add also images and symbols, but I think it's nice to also add notes or like things to write. So those different shapes are kind of suggest that you don't have to every time to the like square stickers, but again, it depends on how you will arrange it, because it's up to you. Those two are guided, because it's the start of the journey who is traveling and the end, but the rest is completely up to you. Way more free and touching.
Okay, so the first one I did understand well, it's where we are right now, right? And then it's where we want to, like how you feel right now.
Yeah, right now where you want to get.
In an image, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
The arriving point is bigger than the starting point. Is there?
Well, because, yes, there is a, well.
It is a more.
No, the idea was also that you start from the Grecian, like the first one is the active persona that is then traveling and getting somewhere. So kind of to fit inside, I made it a bit bigger.
Makes sense.
So you can go into that space. But then the stickers are the same size.
Okay, so the first one is
Okay. This is the third one, which is the most potentially confusing one, but also I think the funnest one. Like when you think between like who you are, like where are you going, as you can see, there are some things on the way. Like there's no direct road, even though some of them are more direct than others. So there's a reason why you're still not there, right? And looking at this, looking at the objects, are there things that might help you feel like something that you need to have in order to get there? Or maybe there's some obstacles that you look at and you're like, because of this thing here, I will have to. So you kind of basically, in that part, with making notes and with choosing like images, you think about the path, but you think about the path between the creature and between the space. So you kind of remove a little bit all this pressure of thinking too serious, and you just look at those images and looking at the ways of connecting them. This is the line, sorry. No, but just if it goes the same way, it's more or less not confusing. Here, so those, they can go in all of those areas. And I also thought that it could be quite different how many you would see on the way. Again, with the example, I can say that I am the one who is constantly lacking time. So that's something that really, really is.
Like we need time to go to get there. I was.
Yeah, but that's the thing about the symbols, because interpretations could be very, very, very different. Like, I mean, for me, that's time. But I also talk to, like, within the traditional people describe this more as this is an obstacle because I don't have enough, and people will say that this is the really cool feature because whenever I have it, I do more. I must say that this one, for example, has a lot of interpretations. I think this is really from like being more like push powerful because it's a sword to being more playful because it's a toy sword to I don't know. The thing is, you probably will see things in it that are relevant to you more than others. And that's the whole idea of using the metaphors.
I love this.
Really?
Because it's kind of a good way to talk about negative stuff as well.
Yeah, that's the idea. That's the play part. You don't think anymore about your questions. You think about this creature, very cute, and more meaning. Because if it's a bee, maybe because if you selected a bee, for example, in the first place, maybe you will look at the bee and think what the bee would do. The bee would be flowers, so we put it there. And again, that just it may never occur to you, but it may do because of the like they are connected in a certain way. So and again, words. If you see that nothing here correlates, okay, and you could just write it down. And also, it's like your way can be as long as you can imagine. It's like with a lot of stuff here because I think that it's very different. Sometimes you feel where you want to get is very close. Sometimes you feel it's.
Sometimes you feel you're in the journey and then it's like, oh, go back to home.
Yeah, exactly. You're just like,
Monopoly. Start from scratch.
Yeah.
You didn't mention it now, but I think you did last time, or I overheard when we were meeting last time, that this is a way you use to communicate also with your children, right?
Yeah,
Yes. Help them express themselves. Not that adults are necessarily better, but for kids that don't have a vocab.
Well, I must say that that was something that I wanted to say at the very end, but I wanted to thank you to participate in this because for me it's a bit of an experiment because originally this whole idea was and it is like that. It's like the way of communicating with children that I am using and that I developed, and at some point. Since I gave it to therapists, I got a feedback that actually works really well with adults too. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna try it. Because the principles are basic, they work for everyone. But yes, with children, it helps them, there's other things, it helps them build a vocabulary on top of it, because often they don't know how to say things. We don't know how to say things because we have all those ideas about we should be saying those things or we should be feeling those feelings. They have different reasons. So it's a little bit different how you structure it, like with the map and things like that. But the ideas are the same. Storytelling metaphors play. It's applicable for any age.
Yeah. Not 100%. We have not been trained to metabolize certain emotions. You know, like we are like, oh, I'm tired, I'm angry, I'm happy, and it's like there's thousands of them.
Yeah.
And if you just understand the slight difference between one another, you could, you know, verbalize much easier, and also understand, like by understanding how you're feeling, also solve the things or transit through them in an easier way.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. Here, for example, there's like this one, that one, and that one, which you can say, and I have this experience with children, like this is like angry. And then when you ask a child why they are different than them, they kind of start finding like this is active angry, and this one's scared angry and passive and disorder. And this one's ready to, like, wants to cry for help. This one doesn't need help. This one can sort everything out. This one needs it, but maybe is struggling to say. And it's really interesting because that's just interpretation of one kid, and I have another one who interprets it differently. But you hear because they're looking at no words to explain.
Thank you.
Right. So we can move to the very last one, which is again, be like less directed than any others, but can be because of that music. It is a story that we just named, and so now we need to name it. So what's the name of your journey? What's the how do you call it? Is it so like I don't know, it can be anything.
Tengo uno más.
Difficult? Yes, it's unexpectedly difficult. Yeah. So I can tell you mine if you want, because I just kind of go with examples, but I think mine would be the cat's wheel. Yeah, because well, that was ages ago when I discovered it. I was really very impressed by it. The cat's wheel in terms of the butterfly inside this thing. It's not that it just grows something and some other things fall. It just turns into this like soup of exactly the same. So on the scientific level, they don't even know how this thing managed to later form into something exact, not just like because it turns into a soup, like in a liquid that has very few traces of how things should be organized. So it's like one of the it's tiny thing that is very interesting and exciting to research, I imagine, for people who understand biology. I already say anything that is absolutely ridiculous, but I'm allowed to train in different subjects. Maybe, but so yeah, for this moment, with this, I do feel sometimes that some areas or layers of whatever turning into this soup, and I hope it knows what it does, because I think it's a places, but yeah. And well, this is it. This is it. Yeah, sure. What about
The images, is it something you created, these images?
Ah, yeah, those are, those are my drawings. Yeah. The images, well, because originally it was a project that I did for kids. I tried to use them, to use material. Maybe you don't see it that much. Maybe you see better on the stickers compared to the screen. But like I try to use materials that are very tactile and that you can relate to, like plasticine, like all that. But also I think it's like my ceramic background, where I want things to be tangible, like that kind of illustration. So yeah. That's it. Thank you very much for being part of this. Something I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you very much for this talk and everything. And so yes, of course, if someone like half of the room probably waiting for the last speakers or the last ideas, because then I was like, okay, maybe I'm a cloud with dance, but maybe I'm a tree. I don't know what I want and such. So of course, feel free to go on and finish the project. We will have nothing left of it to eat. That's it. And so next Creative Mornings will not actually be a morning, it will be an evening. And we will be by, what is that? By Laura's place through Layer. So, and we will focus a bit on the relationship about between creativity and artificial intelligence. So we are waiting for you for the next event on the 5th of March, so very soon. 5, yes.
2 weeks.
It will be a Thursday evening. Bye. So, thank you very much, and have a nice weekend. And waiting for coming for you to come back.
Like, I have to quick announcement.
And artistical announcement from the community, of course. Yes, I have another announcement after yours, if you want.
Yeah, so just to let you know, I was speaking with some of you in Monza. There will be soon, if you like illustration, a very famous illustration festival or exhibition. It's called Le Immagini della Fantasia from the 8th of March. It's free, so please come to Monza.
By the end of March, you said?
8th of March.
8th of March.
Le Immagini della Fantasia, really beautiful.
Very
And
important
yeah,
exhibition, actually.
really, really
Because
important. Yeah, every year it's there in Monza. Also, more to do for the photography exhibition still in Monza, Villa Reale about William Meyer until the 21st of April. Really nice exhibition, so if you like photography, hopefully has to be there.
And this is the chance to say that if you want to join our WhatsApp channel, then you will be aware of every event, not just pertaining Creative Mornings itself, but Creative Mornings community, like the ones we are actually talking about now. So we will just share an announcement about Creative Mornings chapter and community.
So let's do an announcement too. We will host a workshop about from Miriam Goy. She's a filmmaker, and she will host a workshop here about Super 8 film and development. Unfortunately, it's not free of charge, but if you wanna check it out, just look at our channel.
You can share it. I don't know if you are in the WhatsApp group or you can send it to me.
Actually, I join.
Where you can find the
The WhatsApp, or if you have asked me.
Friends only.
Yeah, strictly friends of Creative Mornings only. Thank you, bye. E terminiamo anche lo streaming.
So if you want more,
questo è
you can
interessante.